to the Irish NFL Show. My name is Shane Brennan. We are coming to you live here from Radio Row in San Francisco. I'm delighted to have Dallas Cowboys quarterback Joe Milton joining us here on the show. Hey, how are you doing, Joe? How are things?
Doing great. Thank you for having me.
I need to go back to something, by the way, which very impressive when I saw you train with the New England Patriots in London last year. Your throwing power is incredible.
Thank you.
I remember seeing all the guys, and what was it was Drake, it was Jacoby, it was you. I think Hunter Henry's throwing a few balls.
Yes.
We got access to see you, and I was like, okay, they're throwing a few. And every time you threw a ball, I honestly thought it was gonna like go through somebody's hands, through the goalposts, maybe even dig into the earth. You have an incredible throwing power. What is your secret in terms of really getting that speed on the ball?
My secret, you got to get your lat stronger. A lot of people don't think about their lat as a quarterback, but I started early. Get your lat stronger, have more flexibility in your shoulders. Your shoulders need to be able to move accordingly so you can be able to snap your shoulders back. But other than that, that's pretty much it.
Was that always a strength of yours, even coming up to high school and college? Just the power you have behind your throw?
At first, yes, but I didn't realize how far I was throwing the ball until somebody was like, dang, like, why you throw the ball so far? And I was like, I'm not even throwing the ball. And it was like, oh, you throw it further? And I was like, but yeah, if I throw the ball for real. And it's been going ever since.
So it was like a discovery moment. You're like a teenager. There's somebody who's been like...
I was literally like 16 years old. Yes. It was crazy.
Well, I guess to talk about how things are going for you right now, obviously, you like I was saying, you were at the Patriots last year. You've made the move over to Dallas, working obviously in the new setup in Brian Schottenheimer. How are the feelings now in Dallas? Obviously, the season probably didn't work out the way you wanted to, but I think all the guys in the offense, and obviously you're the backup quarterback, but you still got to stay fresh and work with all those pieces. That's definitely seems like a pretty good unit to be a part of.
Absolutely, it's a great unit to be a part of. Dallas was great last year. Obviously, we didn't finish how we wanted to. But I think the best thing about it is we know what we could have done, and we know what we can do to be better for next year. We know what we have to do. We know what it takes. We know how much we have to buy in. Like, it just can't be 100%. You got to be 120. So, therefore, it comes from everyone. Everyone got to buy in, from the janitors, from lunch ladies. Like, everybody have to buy in. Not saying they're not, but everybody have to buy in. It has to be that type of organization.
And was there a big cultural difference when you went from New England to Dallas? And was there something that really stood out to you as like, oh, I'm somewhere different here now?
Yes. I mean, Dallas is great. And it was just like you walked into a new world. Like, everywhere you go, you're being looked at. So it's just a different type of light, and it's amazing. Like, everyone knows you in Dallas if they see you. But it's great.
All right. I guess to talk a bit more about obviously your position as currently a backup quarterback, and hopefully your career keeps progressing in the way that I know you're working hard to do so. But when you see what was happening in Denver, all the conversation around Jarrett Stidham coming in, and I guess people almost sort of assume that, hey, because it's a backup, that they're just not ready for the moment. I mean, talk us about this, the level of preparation you are actually putting in day to day in training, and how match sharp it keeps you.
I mean, as I'm gonna be honest with you, being a backup is probably as important as being a starter.
Absolutely.
Because you have to be like on top of it. You have to know what's going on. You have to follow the game. You have to be able to help out the starting quarterback. Like, y'all got to be able to have those conversations that you and a coach cannot have. And that's how I really feel, because that's what improves the game, when you and a player have a conversation instead of you and a coach, because a coach can't go out there. He's not putting his life on the line for this. So when you have a conversation with a player and y'all have that discussion, like, what's your why, or why are you doing this? And like, so you know how hard a player is working, like, it gives you another juice bar to like just keep going. So
yeah. Let's talk about last year for a little bit, because like I was saying, when I saw you in London, you were in the quarterback room with Jacoby Brissett and Drake May. An unusual situation to find yourself in your first season in the NFL. Jacoby being the starter, and moving on to Drake over the course of the season. What was that like? Was there ever a really confusion as to what the vision was there?
I mean, it was cool for the most part. Like, I wasn't stressing how people thought I was. I was fine. It was just more of like, I just felt disrespected in a way. So I just wanted to I wouldn't say prove myself. I just wanted to show what I can do. And really just prove it to myself that, like, man, I belong here. Like, just because I didn't play don't mean I can't play. So just go out there and show out.
When you said you felt disrespected, was that by people internally or by the noise outside?
Internally. I don't really care for the noise outside. People outside gonna always have something to say. I feel like that's the reason you're outside. I feel like if you're not helping me with my taxes, then there's no reason for me to take into what you say into consideration.
So were you happy then to make the change this year as you did when you moved to Dallas?
I was stunned. I was amazed. I was literally in the best mood I can ever be in.
All right. Let's talk about a little bit of another move you made in your career, obviously. And you spent some time in Michigan before playing for Tennessee. What was that process like? People always talk about the way that college football has gone now, where transfers are a lot more common. I think your time in Tennessee was, again, your throwing power is something that definitely stood out to me watching back over some of that tape. What was that transition like? And is it something that you think is throwing a lot of college kids off, or something that you think that actually is helping more people in the way that people aren't really talking about?
I think it can be transferring can be something that help you and also hurt you, because the grass is not always green on the other side. You still have to go there and show up, show out. So it's not always a given, the money may be good, but it's not always a given. Like, you still have to be the person that you made yourself to be. You still have to be the person that you want to be. So therefore, some people just get it confused on, oh, I could transfer this many times. Oh, I'm going to get gear from every school, or I'm going to get money from these schools. So they take it and think it's a game. But when you get to that draft day and you got to go to Senior Bowl and all the Shrine Bowls, East, West, whatever that may be, and you get in those rooms and they have to talk to you, or you get to the combine, they have to talk to you, and they're gonna bring up every school that you went to. So it's not just like, oh, I went to that school, I transferred, it's swept under the rug. No, that NFL team is gonna bring up every school you went to. Oh, why you transferred? Oh, so if you don't like what I say, are you gonna leave? You gonna request a trade? Like, what are you gonna do?
So they're really interested in every part of your journey. It's not just your last year on tape. It's
not
the whole package.
Everything.
All right.
Everything.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
You're from Florida, right?
Yes, I am.
So I feel like there's a few parts of this country we seem to really develop a lot of talent to end up going to the highest levels of college and NFL, as you are in now. What is it about you think about your background or the place that you come from that has made you into the athlete that you are?
Well, where I'm from, that's the only thing you can do is play football. Like, Pahokee is known for athletes going to the NFL. You got several athletes before me that went to the NFL from Pahokee. You got Anquan Bolden, you got Janoris Jenkins, you got Bill Bentley, you got, I can go down a whole list. You got Ricky Jackson. So there's a lot of folks, a lot of great players that was before me. So Pahokee is legit known for football and chasing rabbits.
To talk a little bit about the work you're doing, you're obviously with standtogether.org. One of the things you're doing is about helping single mothers and their children make sure they have access to nutritious meals. It's funny, I was actually watching some documentary on this about the fact that there's like cities across America where it's almost like deserts where people can't get access to grocery stores, and make sure just that the basic things that people need. And obviously we know how difficult it can be if you're a single parent. So tell us a little bit about the work you're doing and why you feel it's so important for players to be a part of it.
For sure. Well, I just really want to help single mothers and single mothers with families. Like, it's tough. Like, I was one of those kids where my mom was single. Like, my dad wasn't in the house with me since I was 3. So it was tough. Like, it was hard for you to see your mom trying to cook everything. It was hard trying to see your mom trying to get food to come home. It was hard. So seeing that and going through that, I want to be able to help families that need help or that's willing to be in the community with us. Like, I just want to create a green circle for kids and mothers that allow them to talk to us whenever, but also, like, for us to help go back to the community, throw camps, whether that's football camps, reading camps, camps where they could just be there, like a boys and girls club thing, like where they could just be around us, be around NFL players. Something like my cousin Quan Bowden did with his foundations, just in a different lighting.
That's amazing work. When you are doing that work, do you like what is the reaction when you're sort of with people, or sort of make sure that you are being active in your community when they see you doing this? Do you see? Does it mean much to you? Does it mean much to them?
It means a lot to me because I get to see smiles on kids' faces, and that's one of my biggest things: seeing people smile. I like making everyone smile around me. I want you to be happy. I want you to understand that life is short, so enjoy it all.
Mhm. Well, listen, thank you very much for taking the time out to join us. I wish you well in your career. I guess one final thing is about this Sunday's game. I've been asking most of our guests about their prediction for the game. It's slightly different for you because obviously one of the sides you have some relationships with
Yes.
some guys in there. So what's your game day Sunday going to look like? And so who do you want to win? I guess.
I don't want no specific team to win. I think it's more of just the people that I know and built relationships with, my brotherhoods. So I just want all the people that I know to do a great job and just fight through and finish.
All right. Well, listen, Joe Milton, thank you very much for joining us in the Irish
No
NFL
problem.
Show.
Thank you.